can see, making progress along row by row. Started with the furthest one over that you're gonna see the entire board. You wanna start there so you're not cutting half boards so that it looks clean. This side, people won't really see. So when I get to this end and I start cutting boards along the long way and they start looking uneven and stuff because I'm cutting them, it doesn't matter because it's gonna be hidden along the edge that nobody's gonna see. So start with the side, everybody will see, make one straight clean row along there, and then you start making stacks along it. Pro tip, if you really wanna make sure that your boards stay, take a little bit of liquid nails. Just the regular project stuff works. You don't need crazy strong adhesive, just a little something to give it a little extra stay. If you're afraid of them popping off later, if the brad nails you're using you don't think are gonna hold into whatever you're shooting into, this is just raw sheetrock that isn't the smoothest thing in the entire world. So I'm just shooting this straight into this sheetrock ceiling. This stuff is super light, so every now and then I'm hitting studs, but the weight of this wood is not enough to like really pull down on this, so I don't need a ton of fasteners, but I am using a little bit of liquid nail just to give it a little bit extra hold so that if it gets humid, this board doesn't start popping off, you know, a year or two from now, start popping off the ceiling because it's humid and moving around. This will just give it a little extra. You don't need a lot. Just a few dabs here and there along the board, just to grab on. Set that back down. All right, now I'm gonna take this, throw this up. Male side of the tongue into the female slot. All right, cut it 44 inches. Take this wood. And I'll show you the tongue and groove. See, I got my groove here. I'm gonna take the tongue side of this wood. I'm gonna throw it up here. I'm gonna put it right into that groove, which I can't do with one hand, but that's the gist. When you get down to, you have a full board and you need to cut down a board to fit your last little spot. You're going to take your measurement from right against this end to your ending point for the board. Take that measurement, and then when we go over to our next piece of wood, make sure that you pick the right side of the board. I want this side to be showing on the bottom, so I'm cutting this side because this tongue side is going to be poking out towards me as I keep going. Whereas you can see the other side is the male tongue side. This is the male tongue side. This is the female side. So pay attention to which side you want to be poking out and which side of the wood is the finished side that you want to be showing. Got my measurement here, 44. I'm gonna take the circular saw. Give this wood a nice clean cut right down there, then I'll go throw it up. My last nail, so I'm done for the night, but if you don't know what to use, I really like this cordless Ryobi little airstrike brad nailer. Shoots these thin little nails. They're great, just enough hold for a light project like this. Don't really need much more. A nail or two on each board, and you're good to go. These are the Shiplap boards that you want to use. They're super easy because they're so light. You can stain it or you can leave it natural. Cedar wood, so they smell nice when you put them up. Again, very light, very easy to install. Plank paneling. You can find this stuff at Lowe's. I'm pretty sure you can find it at any Lowe's around the US. Super thin, very, very light. So it goes really well with the beadboard, a little bit of liquid nail, depending on what surface you're putting it on. But if you want to be safe, just throw a little bit of liquid nail, tongue and groove, you're ready to go. These are the Shiplap boards that you want to use. They're super easy because they're so light. You can stain it or you can leave it natural. Cedar wood, so they smell nice when you put them up. Again, very light, very easy to install. Plank paneling. You can find this stuff at Lowe's. I'm pretty sure you can find it at any Lowe's around the US. Super thin, very, very light. So it goes really well with the beadboard, a little bit of liquid nail, depending on what surface you're putting it on. But if you want to be safe, just throw a little bit of liquid nail, tongue and groove, you're ready to go.